coming to the stage.
Let our powers combine. Earth, fire,
Wind, water,
heart.
By your powers combined, I am Captain Planet.
Oh, is he not here? Oh, wait, I'm messing up. There we go. What's going on, my brother? How are you today?
I'm good, man. How about yourself?
Fantastic, fantastic. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this is Mr. Lamont Tyson, Get a Life Gains, aka Captain Planet. He is our hero. Gonna take pollution down to zero. Thank you for being here, my brother. It means the world to me.
Yes, sir. Happy to be here, man. You know, I got to show some support for the new year.
Alrighty, man. Showing that comic book superhero support love over here with Just My Opinion Reviews. He talks about the same thing on his channel, but also movie commentary, TV commentary, especially. And he also has his ear to the ground when it comes to politics, economics, history, all of that stuff. And he just went live right before this. So if y'all want to go and check out the replay of that after this, I'm pretty sure you will have a great time. But Lamont, we got 34 people watching right now on YouTube, man. We haven't really had a chance to talk about Avengers Doomsday yet. But as far as all the promotions and trailers and news and all that stuff, like, where are you at right now as far as your excitement level? Is it high? Is it low? Is it in the middle? Where are you at, sir?
Man, if I was to turn this camera around, let you see my ceiling, all the geek done came out of me, my brother. I am to the moon. I just saw the last one they dropped with Wakanda and Shuri and Namor, and I have thoughts about that. I think that they're doing this just right. It's not a leak. Kevin Feige is letting people see this, and I just think this is a great way to do it. It's building anticipation. Normally, they have had movies lead us into the anticipation of the big Avengers film, and now they're doing it with these. I can't wait to see them release Robert Downey Jr. at the Super Bowl.
Yes, I can't wait either. And I've seen this a few times, but I'm just gonna go ahead and play it again real quick. This is the trailer, the number 4 teaser or story, and I'll come back to that comment in a second.
Okay.
I've lost everyone that matters to me. The king has his duties to prepare our people for the afterlife. I have mine.
King M'Baku of Wakanda.
Ben, Yancey Street, between Broome and Grand.
All right. It's going down, man. It's going down. Now, Lamont, let me ask you this. First of all, before I come back to this, out of the 4 trailers that we have seen so far, Captain America, Steve Rogers, Thor, X-Men, and now Shuri and M'Baku, Fantastic Four. Do you have a favorite? Can you rank them? Least favorite, all that, whatever? Where you at?
Steve Rogers is on the bottom. Number 3 would be Thor. And I'm still kind of digesting this one with the X-Men one. Right now, I want to say X-Men is number 1, and this one would be number 2. But as I dive into breaking down and understanding the meaning of what this last trailer was, it might move back to number 1. But for right now, the X-Men one is number 1. This one's number 2.
Okay. X-Men is definitely number 1 for me as well. I love Steve Rogers. He's one of my favorite characters in the MCU, but that trailer for me is at the bottom. Not saying that it's a bad trailer, just my least favorite. And I don't know how I feel about Thor and the Wakanda Fantastic Four trailer, which one takes part 2 and part 3. Now, as we're guessing and speculating, I shared this right before you came on with a few people. I don't know if you noticed, but the Russo brothers, they did make this tweet here. If I can pull it up, it says, "What you've been watching." This was earlier today. What you've been watching for the last 4 weeks are not teasers or trailers. They are stories. They are clues. Pay attention. Lamont, what are they talking about, man? What are these clues? What do we need to pay attention to? What are we looking for in the with the microscope? I mean, what clues do you know of, if any at all? I'm because I can't put anything together.
Well, one clue that I think is kind of obvious is you saw Namor in that first trailer. I mean, in this
Okay.
very last trailer. I do not believe that he's going to be kosher with the Wakandans and what's going on. I think he's going to eventually turn on them because remember what he said in the film, that there's going to come a time when there's this big war and that's when they're going to strike. So I don't think we can trust Namor. That's one thing. The
Mhm.
other thing that we've noticed is there's a whole lot of stuff Doom is doing with children. Steve Rogers has got a child. Thor has a child. And if you really want to break it down, Shuri's associated with young T'Challa. She's got a child. And so somebody need to call CPS on Dr. Doom, the superhero CPS, because he's going to be snatching children. And I kind of think that he's going to use these children and all their powers to kind of create and use several Dooms. So I think what the Russos are doing by dropping these trailers is giving us clues as to how the story will go and as to the tone of this film.
I hear you, man. I could be wrong. I think I would be slightly disappointed if that was the case of him collecting the children and kind of using their powers, because it would seem like it's a repeat of the first three phases of the Infinity Stones or the Infinity Gems. Instead of them collecting Power Stones, they're collecting children, and it just seems like it would be a repeat. I could be wrong. They could come up with some creative way to spin it and make it more interesting. But for right now, that's just it doesn't. I hope that's not the case, but but we'll see.
Let me ask you this, B, before you go. Anytime you have these kind of superhero films, isn't the bad guy always trying to look for something to enhance his power, some amulet, some anti-life equation, some soul stones, some mind stones? The bad guy is always trying to look for something to amplify his power. So you just don't want to see the bad guy looking for something to amplify his powers, or you just don't want it to be children.
Um, Good point. And I'm not mad at if he's looking for something to up his power, but I don't want it to be like 5 kids or 6 kids or 5 or 6 objects, whether it's children, sticks, or rocks, whatever. I just I don't want it to feel like a repeat. And
Okay.
hopefully I'm wrong, but we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Let me bring this back up, the trailer. And I want to break this down. At the very beginning, first of all, where the hell are they? They're not in Wakanda.
No.
And also, Shuri got a new suit. And I will, yeah. So, do you have any idea where they could possibly be right now? This does not look like the lush green, blue water Wakanda that we have come to know. It looks like they are out somewhere. I have no idea. What do you think is going on here? And what do you think of the suit?
Oh, love that suit, man. She upgraded. It's kind of a mix of Black Panther and the Golden Jaguar that Killmonger wore. I love that, man. It looks real serious on her. And they are actually at the lair of Old Boy, which is somewhere in North America. It's like a desert in North America. That's where he has his above land lair. Namor. That they're
Okay.
at his spot. And it's in a desert. So kind of think of if this was X-Men, Apocalypse was like in Egypt in a desert. Namor has a spot in like South America that's above land, that's in a desert, and it's his castle, and that's where they're at. Looks like they're meeting, And at the very end of this trailer, you notice she gave the Wakanda forever signal to somebody. Who do you
Mm-hmm.
think she was doing that to?
I don't know
Because
what.
M'Baku's probably on the plane with her.
Okay, okay. Most likely, most likely. I have no idea. We're gonna see. Now, is this the same scene right here? Are they in Talakan? Are they in Wakanda? Are they somewhere else? Are they in the same location that Shuri was just in, but it's just a different camera angle? This is like the sister here that they was fighting on the bridge
Yeah.
in Wakanda forever as well. They
Mhm.
gave Shuri and Okoye a run for the money. But is this an extension of what you just said right here?
Absolutely. That's Namora. And if you notice that they're wearing that thing on their face because they can't really breathe that long outside of water, the only one who can do that is Namor. And so
Mhm.
everybody else is in the desert with the thing on their face to, to help them breathe. And Namor is just letting you know they are in the desert. And that is his little homeland that they got outside of the water. And it looks like she's looking in the sky. So she's got to be looking at the Fantastic Four coming in there. And I would have had a bunch of questions if this was in Wakanda. I wanted to know, how did the Fantastic Four get past that shield? Is some of the stuff I would have wanted to know, but that's just nerdy stuff that people like me and you would want to know. But no, Namor and them, they are at their lair in the desert, and I do not trust Namor no further than I can throw him.
Yeah, man. Namor needs to die, or he has to have some hell of a redeeming party for killing Queen Ramonda.
Yeah.
So I'm still butthurt about that. We all are. Made Namor's an ass for that right there. But let's keep going. And Namor, he did a great job of being somebody I don't like. But I kind of
Mhm.
still wish that he had his own solo movie, but I guess not. So as we know, here is the Wakandans, is Shuri, it's King M'Baku, the Dora Milaje. Now we also notice that Shuri is in the Black Panther suit, but M'Baku is the king. And sometimes you can fulfill both roles at the same time. That somebody can be the king and Black Panther, but they can also separate it right here. And so, how you feeling about this? Are you cool? Because I forgot that M'Baku is now the king or ruler over Wakanda, and that Shuri is still the Black Panther. How are you feeling about that? Do you have any reservations or anything, or how you feeling about that at all, if anything at all?
Uh, uh, all I can say is I don't know if you're up on the rumors that they found their new Black Panther in Damson Idris,
Mm-hmm.
but Shuri won't be Black Panther much longer. I like M'Baku's character, and you notice that she done upgraded his wooden armor too. If you can take a look
I
at
see.
that, because if you remember when he got into a fight with Namor, he hit Namor with his Wakandan staff, and it broke. And then Namor turned around, punched him right in the
Yeah.
chest, and broke it. So she done upgraded him a little bit. I'm okay with it, man, for now, because I know it's going to be short lived, and we're going to soon get T'Challa back as probably the King and Black Panther, and I'll be cool with that. But I like M'Baku. He's okay. I'm okay with it for now.
Yeah, we'll yeah, I'm gonna come to that rumor on the casting in just a second, but the drip is nice. I do
Yeah.
like that. I do like that. So we'll see. And Black Panther has made his first appearance in the Fantastic Four in the comics, so it kind of makes
Mhm.
sense that they would be in this together.
Right.
Um, but we got Ben Grimm here, Fantastic Four. Seems like a friendly encounter between the two of them.
Yeah.
Geniuses, geniuses, geniuses. We don't see Reed Richards, but I can't wait to see the conversation and the banter, the dialogue between Shuri and Reed, Mr. Fantastic, because these are two of the most smartest people on the planet, besides Doom, Strange, and Tony Stark. But Tony
Fact.
Stark is dead. So but yeah, they're getting acquainted right here. And yes, this is what you was referring to as she giving the Wakanda forever sign to somebody. I may get my hair like this. My hair,
Okay.
I may get my hair braided like that. I may go to my braider and she may be like, "Okay, what do you want to get today, Brent?" I'm like, "I want the Shuri," right here. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know, man. It look like, is she finna go into battle or is she passing baton? Does she look what do you think? You asked me, what do you think? I don't know.
I'm trying to figure out who she like. I don't think she about to go into battle, because if she was about to go into battle, they wouldn't be climbing up in the ship. I think she's just, showing love, Wakanda forever, to somebody, and
Yeah.
I don't know why she would do that to Namor.
Right.
Maybe the Dora Milaje is getting into another ship. I don't know. I don't know why she's doing that, but she is doing it, and it's got to be something dealing with Wakanda. Because you're not going to do it to the Fantastic Four. They don't know what it means.
This is true. This
You're
is
not
true.
going to do it. You're not going to do it to Namor. He ain't Wakanda forever. It's got to be. I mean, who knows, man? This could be a scene where they dropped in the new T'Challa. Could be.
About that. I think we're gonna get T'Challa. Hold on. Let me bring that back up real quick. Okay. And that's the trailer. They'll be back in Avengers Doomsday. Okay. So I think that they're going to recast T'Challa eventually. I'm very, very confident that we're going to be getting some type of recasting in Avengers Secret Wars or afterward. Okay. Now, mind you, peep game. This movie comes out officially December 18th, which is Friday, but really the 17th, the Thursday before. Spider-Man comes out in July. Now, Ryan Coogler has already stated that, his next film is Black Panther 3. And the only thing that we know so far is that he wrote a role for Denzel Washington. We have no idea what that role is going to be. You spoke about Damson Idris possibly fulfilling the role as T'Challa. I was not cool with that at first when those rumors were circling around last year, but now I'm okay with it. But I would also like to see Aldous Hodge in the role of Black Panther as well. He has Cross season 2 coming out in about 6 weeks. And so that's good promotion for him, just to get his name out there. And I said all that to say is Black Panther 3 goes into production June or July of this year. That is plenty of time to have some type of new casting or whatever. Also, with that being said, is the original Black Panther came out February 2018, Black History Month, and then Avengers Infinity War came out 3 months later in May. I thought that was brilliant to have those two films released back to back within 3 months of each other, because we got to know a little bit of Wakanda in the Solo movie, but then seeing them on the battlefield in Infinity War. Now, I remember this like it was yesterday when Infinity War came out. Everybody liked it, loved it, really. But there was also some speculations in my echo chambers. It's like Infinity War was great, but I feel like we was kind of shafted with the Wakanda coverage in Infinity War. It seemed like they kind of rushed through that. And they did. There was a lot left on the cutting room floor. And the writers of that movie, Infinity War, Stephen McFeely and Christopher Marcus, they said, man, we dropped the ball. We had no idea that Black Panther was going to be so successful. If we knew it was going to be so successful, we would have included more of Black Panther and or Wakanda and Infinity War. All of the people that worked on those films are coming back. Ryan Coogler's coming back. The Russos are coming back. Christopher Marcus and Stephen McFeely are coming back. I don't think they're going to make that mistake again. They know now Black people and people in general want to see Black Panther, want to see T'Challa, want to see Wakanda. So they're not going to F it up and not have a good amount of that in Doomsday. And we're seeing it right here in the fourth trailer teaser or whatever. So I said all that to say, had to set it up. Since Ryan Coogler is working on Black Panther 3 and his production starts in June or July, and we know the Russo brothers are going to go back and do reshoots and all that stuff, is it safe to assume that Ryan Coogler is also assisting the Russo brothers and Christopher Marcus and Stephen McFeely with the production of Doomsday to include more Black Panther Wakanda stuff in there? Does that make sense to you? I say yes.
As Will Smith once said when he first saw Lisa, hell yeah, that's safe to say. You
Yeah.
kidding me?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, B, they could literally be doing reshoots and adding people to this film all the way up until November.
Yeah.
Like the original Jean Grey, the rumor came out that
Famke?
she
Yeah.
might be, yeah, she might be in the film.
Yeah.
Possibly. And with, like you said, with this film being literally a year out, there's plenty of room to do reshoots. There's plenty of room to do trailers at the end, post credits. So nothing is off the table, Avery. Nothing.
Right
Nothing's off
on.
the
I
table.
love it. We are here there. And also, mind you, an end game, when Tony did the snap with the glove, I think they shot that within like a week or a couple of days before the premiere itself.
Sure did. They
And
sure
and
did.
and then at the first Avengers with Josh Whedon, but that has disappeared because he turned out to be a monster. The post credit scene, he shot that after the premiere, that for the post credit scene. So yeah, they're definitely working together. If they're not, they are crazy in my opinion. So it's going down. It's definitely going down. They would be nuts if they are not working together. Let me go back and look at some of these comments.
Before you do that, Avery, let me ask you a quick question.
Go ahead, sir.
With this being, they're calling this thing Doomsday because Dune and Avengers Doomsday is coming out. Have you ever given any thought? Do you feel like an audience would come see you if you was to have some kind of get together the weekend of?
Say that one more time, bro. I just want to make sure I understand what you said. I'm sorry.
So have you ever thought about having like a meetup for your audience the week that these two films come out, Dune and Avengers Doomsday? Because they're coming out on the same day. Have you ever thought about having like a little meetup where you live at in your community for your audience?
That's crossed my mind, but I don't think anybody would show up, to be honest with you. And I'm not trying to talk down on myself. I'm just being honest. I don't think I'm, a big D Willie over here. We'll see. Also, guys, I'm going to speak this into existence. I do want to go to the red carpet premiere for Avengers Doomsday. Now, I know it is less than a 1% chance. It is a snowball chance as hell, but I don't give a damn. I'm going to try anyway. I have a path of success that I'm going to attempt, and two things would have to happen. I mean, for even me to be considered. For one, I would at least have to double, if not triple, my subscriber count by then. The other thing, I cannot say what it is because I would shoot myself in the foot if it did not happen. I'll just say that it was a rep that I have for Disney that was like, hey, if you do this and you do this, more doors will open up for you. And I was like, huh. And it made sense. But that, so I have my plan of action. And just like Jim Carrey said in Dumb and Dumber, so you saying that there's a chance? Yes. Y'all got to see the movie to know exactly what I'm talking about. I have to bring up that graphic, but put that in the comments. We're going to speak this to existence. And I'm going to be talking about this every week because I'm going to be doing lives and reactions up until the release date. Will there be a Don Cheadle? Will they stop milking Sam Jackson and making Nick Fury look like a simp every time he comes out since Captain Marvel? I don't want to go as far as calling him a simp, but his last bout with Secret Invasion was not the best. You think Sam Jackson gonna pop up, Lamont?
Yep. How can you not? How can he not? With the size and scale of this Avengers film, he's been in every Avengers film. Why take him out now?
Yeah. I need this storyline to surprise me. Please, no baby snatching. That's Dina. Yes, I need that. I need that as well. I want Doom to have legit characters, even if they're from other worlds. I can dig it. I can dig it. Let's see. Michael B. Jordan's character should come back as Black Panther. Nah, I wouldn't mind him going back as Killmonger. or they if when they reset the universe after Secret Wars, if that's what they're doing, I wouldn't mind him coming back then. I think that would be dope. I think that would be dope. Let's see here. Her brother dead. She let Namor smoke on her dead mama's loud pack. Hopefully she's serious. Wonder how much she would play him back as a shadow of. Yeah, I do like that trailer, Shadows of an Empire. But we'll see. I think that's a dope title right there. Lamont, before we head out of here, though, I want to ask you this. You mentioned it a second ago. Avengers Doomsday and Dune 3 are coming out on the same day. Do you think that's a good idea or a bad idea?
I think it's a good idea. I think it can have the same effect as Oppenheimer and Barbie did, with those two movies kind of being polar opposites. Let's see what it looks like when you have movies who are in kind of the sci-fi space together. I think this will be an event for nerds and probably an event for the general public that are into sci-fi films. Now, me personally, B. Avery, I'm not into Dune. I've never read the books. I've not even seen Dune #1. But just because people I know are going to see both, I'm just going to sit on through it. And I'm thinking about flying down there with you. If I don't try to get on the red carpet, because I lend you my audience. So if you need some audience, you got mine. Tell them you're gonna bring your boy who got 360,000. We in there like swimwear, baby.
Already. I'll say this. I never was into Dune either, but when the first movie came out, it was just being hyped up so much in our circles. I was like, okay, let me check it out. I saw the first one. I was like, okay, this is a good movie. I liked it. I enjoyed it. It's entertaining, but I wasn't blown away. It wasn't all that. But then, Lamont, I saw part 2.
Uh-oh.
Part 2 was cold as hell. Oh, it was off the chain. I was in the theater like, this is one of the best movies I've seen in a long time. It was easily one of the top best movies of 2024. So part two, it made part 1 look like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and part 2 was one of the best steaks you can get. So they saying part 3 gonna be better. So get on it. I think it would be a horrible idea for those two films to open on the same day. I know about the Barbenheimer effect, but those are just two different movies. These are Avengers Doomsday and Dune are going to be some of the biggest movies of the year. So to have those cannibalize each other in the theaters, I just think is crazy. They're both going to be shot with IMAX cameras, so they're going to have to share IMAX screens. It just be a disaster. I think Dune should move a month up early, or push it to February or March of 2027. But I think that having Dune and I think that having those two on the same day is just not a good idea at all. But that's just me. And let me ask you this real quick. She-Hulk, did you see the She-Hulk show?
I did.
You like it?
I like parts of it. I felt like they could have done better.
Do you want her to come back? Tatiana Maslany as Jennifer Walters?
Yeah, I like Tatiana Maslany. I like her as an actor. I would love to see her come back, but give her something better to work with.
Yeah. They got this rumor right here. They don't know if she's gonna come back. Now, she wasn't in the chair watch thing, but she was telling people to cancel their subscriptions because she was mad that Disney suspended Jimmy Kimmel.
Right.
So, and multiple social media groups are saying that Maslany is out as She-Hulk. But my time to shine. Hello, resharing comments from last November by writing Marvel Studios wanted to use She-Hulk in a big way for Avengers Secret Wars. The problem is that Tatiana Maslany has no interest in working for Disney. If they're unable to convince her to return, the options are to remove the character altogether or recast the role. You have any thoughts there?
Recast the role. They're going to use She-Hulk. If she don't want to do it, next woman on deck.
I ain't mad at you. Well, guys, y'all let us know what y'all think about that. The trailer, Tatiana Maslany, Idris, Aldous Hodge, or Damson Idris, Dune 3 and Doomsday releasing on the same day. Everything that we talked about today, we want to know from you in the comment section, whether you are watching this live or in the replay. Lamont, do you have any final thoughts or theories, or is there anything I forgot to talk about as far as Avengers Doomsday?
I want y'all to start sending this brother some super chats
Yes, that would be
because
nice.
he follows comics better than the average black person does on these YouTube streets. I want you guys to comment. That triggers the algorithm better than liking for this brother. Show this man all the support you can show him because he be putting in that work. Okay. You know, he's like a little brother to me nowadays. He's coming up in this world and he really needs the support and foundation of his audience. So
Thank you,
start
sir.
giving this man some super chats and let's make this man grow because I want to see him on that red carpet.
Yes, it's a 0.0001% chance, but it's all good. Also, I forgot they started the Doomsday Clock on the Marvel channel, and then also, do you need this to be explained? Avengers Doomsday won't explain why Doctor Doom looks like Tony Stark, but will in the upcoming film. Is that a requirement for you? If they don't explain why he looks the same, will you be pissed off?
No.
Or no? Okay.
No, I won't be pissed. I want them to do it. Don't get me wrong. I would love for there to be a story on why he looks like Iron Man. I think that
Yeah.
would add to it. But if they don't, I'm not going to be mad. But I would love it if they did.
So no flipping tables over here from you.
No, I'm not going to flip a table. No.
Cool. Alrighty, man. That's what's up right there. All right. Well, guys, we are going to head out of here. And we want to thank you so much for tuning in. If they do release a trailer next week, next Tuesday, like they've been doing the past 4 weeks, I will be here again to do on the live. And if not, I'll probably be trying to do some live in some capacity in the first place. Shout out to Lex in the chat. What's going on? Lamont, man, what you got going on over here for the lovely people?
Well, speaking of Lex, we will be getting on tomorrow to talk a little bit more about his and hers and the craziness that went on there.
Man.
Lex is our resident Game of Thrones specialist, and the new Duncan the Tall Knight's Tale is coming out this week. We'll be covering that, and I'm trying my best to get us to cover Cross. So I'm trying to get on that train too because I love Aldous Hyde. So, folks, come over there. I fed y'all the vegetables tonight, which was politics. I'll feed y'all the cake and cookies tomorrow, which will be back to movies and TV.
Already. And if you're watching this on Lamont's channel, subscribe to my channel as well. I got my review for his and hers right there. Also, Greenland 2 Migration. I did a reaction to the Mummy trailer. And of course, this is my initial reaction to the Wakanda trailer we were just talking about. If you look on my homepage, and if you look down here, I got my whole Avengers Doomsday Marvel Studios playlist. You know what I'm saying? I mean, all my coverage, and this is going to be all the way up until December. And so, shout out to everybody. Shout out to Mark Guy and Exposing the Truth and Jenna James. All my old people are back from the lives and West Coast Barbara. Hello, Troop. What's good, everybody? If I didn't say hello. But guys, we want to thank you again for tuning in. We do appreciate it. And before you go, don't forget that I'm B. Avery. That's Lamont. And that's just our opinion. Peace out. And we'll see you next time.